In the mountains of northern Vietnam, there is an old legend about a market that appears only after midnight. Locals call it the ghost market. According to the stories, it doesn't appear every night. And if you ever find it, you must never buy anything, no matter how tempting it seems. For generations, villagers have shared the same warning. Those who bring something home from the market never remain the same. Years ago, a trader named Hung was traveling through a remote mountain road. He had spent the day selling fabrics in nearby villages. As darkness fell, a heavy fog covered the mountains. Hung realized he was lost. The road ahead seemed unfamiliar. The trees looked different. Even the sound of the forest felt wrong. Then, in the distance, he saw lights. Warm yellow lights. And the sound of people talking. Relieved, Hung followed the noise. Soon he arrived at a crowded market. Dozens of stalls lined a narrow path. Lanterns hung from wooden poles. Vendors sold food, jewelry, antiques, and strange objects he had never seen before. The market seemed normal. Yet something felt unsettling. The people barely spoke. Most stared silently at the ground. Others watched Hung as he passed. Their eyes seemed empty. A vendor called out to him. "Traveler, would you like to buy something?" Hung stopped. On the table sat a beautiful silver bracelet. Unlike anything he had ever seen. The price was impossibly low. Without thinking, Hung bought it. The vendor smiled. A strange smile. Then whispered, "Do not take it off." Hung laughed. He slipped the bracelet onto his wrist and continued home. By sunrise, the market had vanished. The road behind him was empty. No stalls. No lanterns. No footprints. Nothing. At first, Hung thought little of it. But that night, he heard footsteps inside his house. Slow, deliberate footsteps. Moving from room to room. When he investigated, no one was there. The next night, the footsteps returned. This time accompanied by whispers. Soft voices speaking words he couldn't understand. Each night they grew louder. Each night they moved closer. Then Hung noticed something terrifying. The bracelet would not come off. No matter how hard he pulled. It remained locked around his wrist. Weeks passed. His health began to decline. Dark circles formed beneath his eyes. He barely slept. The whispers never stopped. One night he woke to find dozens of shadowy figures standing around his bed. Silent. Watching. Every one of them wore the same silver bracelet. The next morning, Hung disappeared. His family searched for months. They never found him. Years later, another traveler became lost on that same mountain road. He claimed to discover a strange market hidden in the fog. And among the vendors, he saw a familiar face. A thin man with tired eyes, wearing a silver bracelet, calling customers to his stall. To this day, villagers still repeat the old warning. If you ever find a market in the mountains after midnight, look, walk, leave, but never buy anything. Because some prices cannot be paid with money. And some markets are not meant for the living.